everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another layout, and this is another family photo from my newborn granddaughter's photo shoot. If you can stand it, sorry, but I'm working on her newborn photos and she's so darn cute, and these photos are just beautiful. Their photographer, I did not take them, their photographer did a beautiful job, but I was given the link with the access to them so I could scrapbook them. So anyway, I am going to start out with that piece of diagonal stripe paper from Bella Boulevard. It's the Color Chaos collection, and it's the Peep Strands paper. And I'm just going to put a thin little pink border on this. I want to bring out some of the pink because obviously she's a girl, but there's a lot of boys on this as well. Thank goodness my daughter-in-law is not so completely outnumbered. And I'm just trying to decide how I want to arrange this. I really like that floral stripe and think that I really want that to really appear very large on this photo. And what I'm doing is right now I'm cutting down the border on that photo block even more. I looked in the back to see if there was any other papers that I might want to use, like the B-side. So the plaid paper is from the Girls Papery. It's the Kitsch collection, and it's the Party Pennants paper from 2011. So goodbye. And then the paper behind, or the paper on the top, that stripe, beautiful floral stripe, is also from the Girls Papery Kitsch collection. It's the gingham stripe paper, also from 2011. So I love these papers. I don't know why they never made it on a layout. So I'm so glad that they are on a layout, and I'm so glad that they're on my granddaughter's layouts, actually. All right, so I like that kind of arrangement, but I definitely need something to cross the join, as Schmel would say, between the two papers. And I'm going to my beautiful washi tape holder that I bought at Michael's here. It's 4 trays that sit in a plastic box. And I grabbed this washi tape. It's a blue polka dot from Queen & Company. I'm just going to stretch it across there. It's a perfect blue for this. There's a lot of blue going on in the paper, or in the picture itself. So that's a nice way to highlight that. And I will confess here that I meant when I put the papers on to have the red stripes there that are so prominent going vertically instead of horizontally, and I didn't, and it kind of bugs me, but I wasn't going to tear it all apart because there was no way it would have wrecked the paper. So I just decided it is what it is. I'll deal with it. They feel really, really predominant there. I didn't want that. I wanted it to be more vertical, like the vertical elements of the stripe paper. All right, so I am going to a sheet of chipboard from Dear Lizzie. It's the thickers that were from the Fine and Dandy collection. They're called Darling Details. And I found that cute little piece that says, "You make my heart smile," which is, the heart smile is where this comes from. And then I also found that piece that says, "Oh joy." And they are joyful that my granddaughter has joined their family, and apparently I got this a little low for you, so I'm sorry about that. Trying to see if I can use anything else from that collection. And I just pulled a bunch of things that I thought went with these papers. I did this layout and then another one after it, which I think you're going to actually see before this layout. And then I don't know where these stickers came from. I'm not sure. But I was thinking about using them to go on the sides of the photos here and be my embellishments. They're more like photorealistic, so they're going to give me a little bit of a fit because of that. So now I'm kind of looking at my Dear Lizzie sticker book. This is from Fifth and Frolic, and it's the accent and phrase stickers. And I found that little banner, and it says "Little Moments Gathered Together." And then there's that big together, but that was too hot pink for this. I did like the sentiment. So I put that "Little Moments Gathered Together" down by the "Oh Joy." These aren't that sticky, so I can kind of put them on. Thinking about like taking up some other space there, like maybe doing the heart smile, but that yellow calls way too much attention to itself. There is kind of yellow in the plaid and a little bit of yellow in the flowers in the stripe, but it's not as prevalent as that was. So then I'm looking through, this is the sticker book from Neapolitan, and I want to get these used up, so I'm making an attempt to get them on layouts. It's one of those things that you kind of have to be disciplined about. If the colors are at all the same, that you need to just open the book and see what you can find that'll work versus, you know, thinking, oh, there's nothing there. Sometimes I make things work by cutting the stickers and that kind of a thing. All right, so now I think I'm back on those rose stickers again. So what I'm going to do is use my wax paper because these are they're clear, they're very sticky, and I'm afraid if I don't put them on this, I want to see how they look. I like them with this, but they're bothering me. And I think it's because they're more photoreal than any of the other roses in the stripes there. The other thing I think that bothered me a little bit is the dark green there. Because the leaves in all the flowers are very light green and yellow, but you'll see in the end with what I choose, I do use some dark green, and it works out okay. So just kind of playing around here, trying to decide where these could go. And as I'm looking at this, I'll tell you a little bit ahead of time, I end up not using these. And I'm so glad I didn't because I don't really love them. Now that I look at this in the video too, you know, they would have been fine, but I found another option that I liked even better. So again, using my wax paper so that I don't have to commit to the stickers. Okay. It's just bothering me. I'm not loving them. And one of the things I pulled were these puffy stickers from the Pebbles Delightful collection. It's the puffy stickers from that collection. And they have a lot of flowers on there. And there's pink flowers in there. And there's also blue and yellow. So I think, well, maybe these. I like these better because they're not so photoreal. So I'm going to play around a little bit. And I like that. I really like these a lot better. And it gives some different dimension. The other stickers were kind of flat. So I go through and find any of the pink stickers with leaves. And I like it so much better. The other ones were almost calling too much attention to themselves, and these don't. So once I get those on, I really, really like them and decide, okay, this is what I want to commit to. So I'm going to actually use my ATG on the back of that chipboard just so it doesn't end up in the bottom of the page protector eventually. And at least you can kind of see a little bit of how that works down there. Just kind of making sure, what I'm doing right here is making sure that there's about as much border on the right side of that chipboard as there is on the bottom of the chipboard. And then I'm going to fuss around a little bit with the placement of these flowers. Get those done. And I know I like that cluster together, and I layered stickers on stickers there and on the bottom cluster to kind of give things a little bit more of a dimension. See, and this is where I'm going to fuss around with them. And in the end, it goes back to the way I had it to begin with, basically. Because that happens. Alright, so I like that. The one thing here is that I still want something for the top of the photo, and I think it should be pink. So I'm not quite sure what that is. So I go back to that Fifth and Frolic sticker book, and on that very first page is that sticker that says, "A home is built with love and dreams." And since this is a family layout, I really like the way that looks. Even though there's a lot of words there, I think, you know, there's words in 3 places here, but I think it works. And what I do is I just put it underneath the photo over the top of the matte paper there. And I'll fool around with placement just a little bit here. All right. Now I'll look to see if there's anything else I can use for this. Alright guys, that is going to be it though, so hope you guys are well. Here's the still shot and a couple of detail shots. I'll be back with another layout again soon. Bye!